You will look at the concept of balance differently by the end of this video. Imagine holding a feather in one hand and a stone in the other. One floats effortlessly in the air, delicate and serene. The other is steadfast, indomitable, and grounded by sheer gravity. These two objects, polar opposites in almost every way, encompass a guiding principle the Stoics mastered long ago: the art of balancing lightness and gravity in life. This might sound abstract at first, but stay with me. It will all come together. By the end of this video, you'll understand how to harness this dual nature to handle life's chaos with both grace and resilience. Welcome to another episode of Stoic Sorcery, Comic Insights. Let's delve into the Stoic Sorcerer's feather. Picture this. You're faced with a difficult decision, perhaps a major career change or an emotional confrontation you've been dreading. In such moments, we're often pulled between extremes. Should we take things lightly, embracing flexibility and adaptability? Or do we plant our feet firmly in the ground, becoming as unyielding as stone, prioritizing principles and stability over all else? Here's the catch. The right choice isn't picking one over the other. It's realizing life requires us to hold both the feather and the stone, lightness and gravity, in perfect balance. This concept aligns deeply with Stoic philosophy, which teaches acceptance of dualities. Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This reaction, friends, is where the feather and the stone collide. For minor inconveniences, a missed bus, an awkward conversation, the feather should take precedence. Let it glide over you, unburdened, because investing heaviness in trivialities only feeds chaos. However, for life's weightier matters, a betrayal of trust, a loss, or a moral dilemma, this is where the stone comes into play. You need gravity. You need unwavering resilience tied to your core values. But here's the challenge. Humans have a natural inclination to lean toward one side. Some of us are natural feathers, easygoing, free-spirited, and untouched by minor troubles. That might be you. But what happens when these people face life's seismic challenges? Do they float away, unable to ground themselves when it's most needed? Others embody the stone, grounded, focused, but rigid to the point where small inconveniences crush them under unnecessary weight. Which type are you? Do you recognize these tendencies in yourself? Let's explore how to overcome this imbalance. Step 1. Practice detachment, but do it selectively. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This is practicality in action. Apply this insight to trivial situations. Don't sweat the small stuff, and I mean genuinely let it go. Like the feather, let the breeze of life's smaller disruptions lift it away from you. This isn't avoidance, it's mastery of energy allocation. Don't exhaust your finite mental resources where they aren't needed. Step 2, develop what I like to call principle anchors. Think of your principles as the force grounding your stone. When life throws those monumental challenges your way, a betrayal, a financial hardship, or a dream slipping beyond reach, you don't crumble. Why? Because the stone, rooted by your principles, becomes impenetrable. Remember, the key isn't merely surviving hardship, but emerging from it steady, resilient, and most importantly, wiser. Now let's switch gears. Here's where balances often falter. We misapply the feather or stone qualities in situations they aren't suited for. Being light and flexible, a feather, in situations demanding grounded decisions, like setting boundaries or ethical dilemmas, can be disastrous. On the flip side, treating minor life hiccups like earthquakes, applying heavy, stone-like gravity to trifling matters, amplifies stress unnecessarily. The paradox of life is learning which side to favor and when. Imagine an artist painting on a canvas. They balance delicate, feathery strokes with bold, heavy ones. The masterpiece arises not from one approach overpowering the other, but from harmonizing both. Now shift this visual into your everyday life. Think about your relationships, for instance. Say a friend cancels plans last minute. Should you react with stone-like gravity, leading to resentment, or feather-like lightness, understanding life's unpredictability? Conversely, if there's an issue of trust in that same relationship, should you float away or ground yourself in dialogue shaped by your principles? Wisdom lies in making this distinction. But wait, how do we practically train ourselves to wield both lightness and gravity? I introduce to you the Stoic feather and stone exercise. Here's how it works. Start with reflection. At the end of every day, identify 2 moments, one where you overused lightness and one where you were too heavy-handed. Write them down and assess how you could rebalance. Maybe you brushed off criticism that, upon reflection, could have helped you grow. That's too much feather. Or perhaps you dwelled on a trivial mistake, assigning unnecessary gravity. That's too much stone. Then, integrate meditation to reinforce adaptability. Picture an actual feather and stone in your mind. Visualize selecting one based on the situation in front of you. This small shift trains mindfulness, patience, and discernment. Here's a story to drive this further home. The ancient Stoic philosopher Seneca once wrote about surviving shipwrecks, literal and metaphorical ones. After one crash, when asked how he avoided despair amidst such chaos, he responded, "I have nothing to lose if I've not clung to anything." A feather-like detachment helped him release what was beyond saving, sparing emotional strain. However, in rebuilding his life, he clung to principles with stone-like resilience, crafting wisdom out of hardship. His balance of lightness and gravity was his salvation. So, let's return to you. Think about your own life as part of this metaphor. What feather-like practices can you embrace? Are there areas where you need more levity, acceptance, or adaptability? And where does your stone lie? Which principles anchor you, especially during storms, demanding strength and stillness? I leave you with a challenge. For the next 30 days, consciously practice the Stoic feather and stone exercise. Imagine navigating everyday challenges and monumental struggles armed with the profound wisdom of balance. Share your journey, successes, and even setbacks in the comments. Wisdom for one often inspires many. Remember, life isn't about eliminating struggles, but learning to carry them gracefully. Feather in one hand, stone in the other. The power lies within you. But balance? That's the sorcery.